And we should officially be on. Alrighty. It's 10:09. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at the radar out there. Not a lot. I'm just going live to update because I know there's a lot of people writing me, hey, what's the weather doing? You haven't updated anything. What's going on? Well, basically, here you go. This is what's going on. Not a lot of anything. Just some showers to our southwest, kind of pushing to the northeast. This little batch right here, kind of pushing on off to the northeast. The winds are calm, but behind this system, we're supposed to get back up pretty good. That's why there's a wind advisory that was in effect. Now, let me see if that has actually been canceled. I don't believe it has, but I know the wind is calm out there. So we'll take a look here in just a second at that wind advisory, see if it's canceled or not. Let me get another window opened up here. And I actually like doing it this way. I can just go live. I don't have to wait around or anything. I can just go live and do my thing and, go on about it. So, okay, that wind advisory is still in effect. So let me get that information up really quick. Everybody having a good night, I hope. It is 61 degrees out. Been a wet one out there today. There we go. So still got that wind advisory in effect. Maximum wind gust, of course, could be 40 to possibly higher gusts, 40 to 50 in some spots out there. We'll read this fully out here. This is in effect from, of course, now through 5 p.m. on Thursday. So we expect a lot higher winds behind this low pressure system. So it's going to get windy again. Winds could bring down, small limbs and trees, which could result in a few power outages. Of course, bring in or tie down loose objects if they're outside. You don't want to blow them around. And be cautious if you're driving. Of course, tonight's forecast calling for a 100% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Looks like that'll come in later on, actually a bit later than what was first forecasted. We're supposed to be getting some of this right now at around 10 o'clock hour, but not really much of anything out there at the moment. So it looks like we'll move a little bit further forward. I'm looking more, believing more of what the high resolution rapid refresh prediction showed, and it showed it coming in around nearly 6 a.m. Tomorrow morning. But we'll look at that here in just a minute. For tomorrow, there's still going to be about a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, but that should come to an end as we get on into the afternoon, early evening hours. So that being said, that could change too. But for Thursday, high 61 to 65, 70 to 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms. We cannot fully rule out a brief spin up tornado. When I say this, I mean there's a little tiny chance, like a little grain of sand chance, that some of this activity with this low pressure, with swirling low pressure, wind shear, and all that there could be a brief EF0 spin up. But like I said, grain of sand amount. It's not, probably won't happen, but can't rule it out. Also, gusty winds going to be the primary threats, along with some rainfall. Even the threat of heavy rainfall has subsided. So, moving on to Friday, sunny skies, 64 to 68. High pressure sets back in on Friday. Saturday, sunny skies, high 73 to 77. We warm up a bit. Sunday, we warm up even more. Some sunny skies, few clouds, high clouds out, high 76 to 80. Monday, a low pressure tries to move back in. We're going to keep an eye on Monday and especially Tuesday's forecast just to see how that evolves. That may be another storm system we have to watch. But anyway, for Monday, it'll be cloudy, some sunshine at times, high 76 to 80. Low pressure moves in on Tuesday. Showers and thunderstorms, 10 to 20% chance. Still too far out to know much about that. High 76 to 80. Now let's move on. Take a look at our high resolution rapid refresh model. This is what I was wanting to look at. And we got that activity to the west. As you see, the heaviest of the activity has moved on out of here. It's to the southeast of us. So that was 03Z. That was, like 9, 10 p.m. So it's still to the southeast of us. We'll move it forward a little bit into the morning hours on Thursday. That'll be midnight to 11 p.m. to midnight. So this is catching up. We got some light stuff to the southwest, not really a big deal. We'll move forward a little bit more. Got some activity popping up around the 1 a.m., 2 a.m. time frame in the morning. So there's some scattered showers, thunderstorms, cells there, a little cluster. Gets a little bit more intense around, looks like 2 to 3 a.m., we'll say. And then it moves on. Got some pretty good activity by, looks like, 4 to 5 a.m., so around that time frame. So anywhere between, I'm going to say 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning is when this stuff's really supposed to start coming through. And we're officially ran out on our loop there. Everything kind of pushes to the northeast after that. I have to look at a different model to actually go further out. But overall, not really seeing anything severe, you know. So let's take a look at the Cape, though, and see if anything's changed there. As far as that goes, let's take a look at that. So we've got a little bit of energy, just a tiny bit of energy there. Most of that stays south and southeast of our area. So yeah, there is a little bit of energy there, just a little bit there, not a lot. So let's look at another model here, which is of course going to show a little bit more. Okay, so that's around, it's around 1 to 2 a.m. right there. So move it on a little bit further. So yeah, I will say there is a threat for some gusty, maybe some brief damaging winds. I mean, that's really low too, like really on the low side. All this is extremely low. There's just barely any energy even showing up. I mean, seriously, it's a really low threat, but it's not zero. So definitely keep an eye on that now. There's something I want to look at really quick. Take a look at the updraft helicity. This is going to be pretty interesting. This right here would actually detect rotating updrafts. So let's take a look and see if we have anything like that come up our way. Now, we get some very small stuff showing up here. But it looks like that's in Marshall County, so some really weak stuff. I mean, just a really weak updraft. Nothing too intense there at all. We'll look at a different model run on it. Let's look at several different models here, so don't get confused by them. Okay, so that one shows a few. So we will have a few cells that could become strong. I mean, that's basically what this is kind of giving me a hint at. So there will be some in northeast Alabama that will become maybe strong, lower side severe threat, like really, really low side severe threat. For that matter. Let's look at the tornado perimeter. It looks like all that stays to the west and to the southeast of us. We'll move on to 07. That is going to be around 1 to 2 a.m. time frame. Move a little further. So yeah, I could see where they would say like a grain of sand amount of a brief spin up tornado, because there's just the tiniest trace of some energy there, but most likely not going to be the case. I mean, it's really, really low threat. So we'll look at the models again here, get a better idea on timing again. Looking at this one, let's see. So the first bit, according to this, around 1 to 2 a.m. time frame tonight, or actually after midnight, it'll be Thursday morning. Move a little bit on from there. Looks like that's going to be around 2 to 3 a.m., about 3 a.m., and then moving on a little bit further, it looks like that's around 3 to 4 a.m. time frame, and then here is going to be, of course, a little ahead of that, 4 to 5 a.m., and then, of course, this right here looks like it'll be around 5 to 6 a.m., and then after that, all that kind of pushes on off. We have some spotty showers and thunderstorms still in the area, though, even after that, and some out to the west that will pass on by as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on this stuff. Don't expect a lot out of it, though. Let's look at the outlooks really quick and see if they've actually changed anything. I don't believe they have. I think we still got a thunderstorm outlook in place. Still got a thunderstorm outlook in place. They don't expect any severe weather. But I have noted the SPC's been wrong a lot lately. Now, I'm not talking bad about them or nothing, but I'm just saying their outlooks have been pretty bad lately. So, again, not talking bad about them at all, but just saying their outlooks have been bad. And I've been actually talked to Brad Travis about that, and he mentioned that himself. They've been pretty bad for the past 2 years. So, just something we'll watch. More than likely, won't get anything, but other than some gusty winds and stuff like that, but. Everything is really low, like you can see on the models here. Everything is really low, not seeing much of anything. So that being said, let's go back to comments here and everything. It's calm right here, unless something happened to my station. Let me look at my other station here. We got a wind out of the east-southeast at about 3. So no, it's not too bad. Let me take a look outside really quick on the station here. We'll find out. And of course, there's times this thing just don't want to cooperate. Okay, so we showing calm here. Let's zoom it on out a bit. And I will answer questions, so don't go away. I'm not ignoring anybody. We've got, some 9 mile per hour up to the east around Rainsville, Sylvania, 10 miles per hour out of the east. But our area, look at that, a lot of zeros out there. I mean, it's pretty calm at the moment. But I believe we'll expect that to increase. Let's zoom it on out here. Yeah, they got some really good gusts going on out here. And let my station up be. Yeah, so there's definitely some wind coming, which that's going to be due to that storm system out to the east-southeast. So no, I actually got confused. That's going to be associated with the storm system, so that won't be coming this way. However, this stuff here, a little bit of wind here, which not a lot, looks like it could be coming this way. Let me get a outlook really quick on the wind. So let's take a look at the forecast really, as far as the wind goes. Now, this thing is not, totally accurate. It does pretty good. These are wind gusts expected. So this is at 10:20, and I'm not sure what happened here because it's definitely not gusting up to 30 miles per hour. It's, again, a prediction. Let's move a little ahead of time. 12 a.m., 1 a.m., kind of calms down a little bit, about 30 miles per hour still, it's saying. And that's using the icon. The GFS is going to go on the extreme side, I bet. Or, well, no, maybe they're not. Let's back it up a little bit. They're about in agreement. So that's wind gusts. So we're not seeing gusts at the moment. So let's see what we got. Moving on. Let's move back a little bit. Yeah, so I don't know what went wrong here, but we're definitely not seeing that at the moment. Let's move back to our station here. So yeah, 1 mile per hour out of the south. So I don't know what happened there, but evidently that forecast is not correct because we've got just about calm conditions out there. I mean, look at that. I do expect, though, the wind to start to pick back up probably after midnight. So we'll give it that long. Probably after midnight when this next side of that low pressure moves on to the east and starts to exit or move into our area, that's when our wind gusts will start to pick back up. So right now, though, as you can see across the area, we got some areas seeing 15 mile per hour, some areas seeing 19, some areas, most of the area between calm and maybe 1 to 2 mile per hour. That's all we're seeing right now. So that being said, let's move back to the radar here and take a look at it before we get ready to wrap it up for tonight. And let's look at comments really quick. Admin Tyler Dalton checking in from downtown Ider. Thank you, bud. Thanks for being on here. Appreciate your help. Still going on until tomorrow night at 5 p.m. That's correct. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock is when that wind advisory cancels. So, Jesse Carter, hello. No problem. Thank you. Shelby Watts, hello. Hope you're well. Angela, thanks so much for watching. Myra Collins, thanks. Keep praying for me. I've got a really big ulcer in my throat. I had tonsillitis, but now I've got an ulcer in my throat on top of all that. So, my voice sounds a little bit strange compared to what it normally would. Hello, Mike. I heard you guys was a little bit busy earlier. Hope you're all right. Thanks for coming on here. Brenda Smith, hello. I hope you're doing well. I ain't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing good. Alicia, thanks for watching there. Alicia Watson, hello. Hope you're well. Jesse Carter's windy and Powell. It's weird how some areas have got wind and the rest of them don't. So it is a little bit weird. And yeah, we will take a look at next week. Thanks for reminding me there, Vincent. We'll take a look at that here in just a minute. Darlene, hello. Myra Collins, windy in Trenton, Georgia. Okay, you're in Georgia. Yeah, it is definitely windy over there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the SPC, but they just have not been that reliable lately, and I'm not trying to get into a lawsuit with anybody, so that's why I'm like, hey, I ain't throwing off on anybody, I'll make that clear, but I'm just going by what they have said, so, and by what I've seen too, so, Yeah, that is true. So we will still keep an eye on these things. They've become very unpredictable this year, especially. Janice, thank you from Five. Nicole, there could be some rain coming in. Sure could. There will be actually. Thank you, Nicole, for the prayer. Really do appreciate it. Well, the thing is, I couldn't get it back there on it if I did put some back there. You know, it's really far in my throat. Like I can't even see it, but I could feel it. You know, when I swallow, I could feel it. And yeah, it's the thing that hangs down your throat. It's actually behind it. If that makes any sense. I've never had one there, but it's actually behind it, and you can't see it without moving it. So yeah, that being said, anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for the prayers. Okay. I mean, that's a good idea. Thanks, Nicole. I really appreciate it. Let's take a look at next week. Since somebody did mention that, and I was actually kind of curious. Now, this is pretty much just for fun, okay? This is not going to be anywhere near accurate, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. This is just pretty much for fun. When James Spann says, oh, yeah, let's look at the GFS, have some fun with it. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. We're looking ahead of time. And the models are nearly impossible to get, to predict that far out. Like for them to be accurate, they give us an idea, a very good idea of a storm system coming in. But, accurate timing and all that stuff, no. There's just not going to be any accuracy with the timing and stuff like that. So let's let this GFS load up. Now here's our big low pressure system that's going to be pushing throughout tonight and into tomorrow. So let's take a look at that and then move on down to our next storm system, which doesn't look all that intense at the moment. Let's see, take a look at that, move on a little bit. Yeah, so I mean, again, this is not anywhere near going to be accurate, but I do see another storm system. We'll take a look and see when those are, because I haven't even looked at them yet. Make sure y'all are seeing what I'm seeing, and of course you're not. Close that. Let me open it back up here. Okay, so there's our low pressure now moving through. Here's Friday, clear, and then we skip to next week. Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have what shows to be some rainfall and maybe some thunderstorms, but nothing looking organized at the moment. Just a bunch of scattered stuff. As we go into next week, around Monday and Tuesday time frame, just a big scattered mess, really. And our next chance of some maybe some more showers, which this is going way too far out. Say the 23rd, 24th, 25th. Yeah, it's just way too far out to even determine. So really, it's not showing a lot right now. I mean, not really hardly anything showing up, severity next week, but just to be expected. It's way too far out right now, but just having a little fun with the GFS because I do enjoy the GFS myself. So, alrighty, hopefully we'll get ready to wrap things up here. Take a look at radar one more time before we do officially get off of here. We do have some shower activity to the southwest, pushing to the northeast. Looks like that's going around western Alabama, Winfield, Fayette, Jasper area. Overall, not seeing much of anything, but there is a lot of wind out there in Georgia. As previously mentioned, even got some wind damage reports. That's estimated. 3-inch tree limbs broken, power poles broken. That estimates it was at 9:41, so not too long ago. So yeah, it's really windy out there with that system. But our area, nothing really going on out there. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We're going to get ready, wrap it up here, and lay down. Get ready to call it. Well, probably we'll be watching the weather throughout tonight, but probably get some rest because I didn't sleep at all last night. Let's look at the comments here after I get off of YouTube. So thanks again. Like, subscribe to the page or the channel if you do like our content. We hope you do. Hope you enjoy it, and have a blessed rest of your night. It's 10:28 on Wednesday, and getting ready to go into Thursday. So take care on YouTube. God bless. See you next time.